everybody, we're going to be drawing an eye and shading it today. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to do an almond shaped eye with a little tear duct here, backwards C. All eyes are different, so you got to just look at the shape of the eye when you're drawing it, but it should be like an almond or lemon. Now we're going to do parenthesis lines. That is so that we don't see the top of our circle because our eyelid is blocking it. This is a pupil. Pupils can be big or small depending on if they're dilated. I also went and kind of noted where my highlight's at. And I'm going to do the eyelid lines. The eyelid lines here follow the same contour as the eye. You can just notice how much space I'm leaving there to create the eyelids. We'll do the eyelashes last, just so you know. And I'm also going to indicate where my eyebrow's at, where the nose bone is at, so I can create the eye socket and the top of the nose bone here, just so you can see where the proportions are at. So now I'll start filling in my pupil. Pupils are black, so you want to really press hard and create dark value there, leaving the highlighted area blank. I'm also going to start building into my shaded areas. The areas I'm shading are the darker areas on the eye that you want to shade in. Go ahead and fill in that tear duct. I'm also going to start putting in my lines here on the iris. Iris is the colored part of the eye, so obviously if you have darker eyes, this will be darker. Lighter eyes, you'll see more of the line texture here, but radiate that out from your pupil. Get that filled in. Darken up your edges. Darken up that top line. Now I use my little trick here, which is to erase and create a highlight there on your iris to make the eye look glossy. You can see I just keep building into my value work. There's a little bit of shading on the eyeball itself to make it look more three-dimensional. Going back to add some of the line so you can see the texture of the eye. Now I'm going to start shading around my eyelid. You don't want to shade on top of the eyelid because that part protrudes out. So rule that you want to follow when you do portrait work is any area that pops out, you leave highlighted. Any area that recedes in, you shade. This is the eye socket, so that area recedes in. That's kind of the darkest area on a portrait usually. So I'm going to go ahead and shade that in to make it look like it's receding into the skull, which it is. And then what I like to do is use my finger here to blend that out to make it look natural and fade it in to the face here. So again, you can see I didn't shade anything on the eyelids, those pop out. I might shade a little bit to make it look more natural, but those should be the highlighted areas. Now I'm doing the eyelashes. Those are kind of like upside down J's. And as I get to the corner of the eye, they just start to get more slanted. You can notice the bottom lashes come out from the middle part of the eyelid, not the top part. Okay. Those are, again, our little parentheses there. You've got to really look at your reference picture when you do portraits to see how exactly those areas look. And then same with the eyebrows here. I'm going to do little line dashes to really indicate the texture of the eyebrow. I'm also looking at the direction of the eyebrow, so you can see I'm using those little dashes to make that look like hair. And now I'm going to shade that in and blend that out so it looks filled in. But you do want to see the texture of the eyebrow on most cases. But again, every eyebrow is different. Some people have like a very colored in eyebrow with makeup that wouldn't look like this, so you just got to look and see. I'm just filling in around my eyelids, putting in highlights where we need it and shading more where we need it. And just some final touches. This is pretty much going to wrap up the eye demo. Go ahead and try this on your own. Pause it if you need help in any extra area. Hope this was helpful, and I will see you on the next video.